Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. I'm a little excited today because this video is going to be a little different. This video is actually going to be my first collaboration with another amazing YouTube family. And this is basically about the differences of homeschooling. And so, as many of you guys know, I do Florida Virtual Flex with our kids. This is our first year into homeschooling, so I didn't want the actual transition to homeschooling to be too overwhelming for them and overwhelming for me, because the fear for myself is I'm not an educator, but I've always wanted to be. But this is, I kind of question my ability in some areas. So I wanted to give the Florida Virtual Flex program a try, and I've heard great things about it. And so this is our first year. We're in August 13th with our first day of school, so we're a little over a month into it, I think. Let me check. Yes, a little over a month of first day of, or since the school started. So but anyways, I said this is in collaboration with another amazing mom. Her name is Tammy, and her channel I'm going to add in the description below. Check them out. They do the traditional homeschooling, and she's a mommy of 4 amazing babies, and their channel is called Our Farmhouse Academy. Hope you guys check them out at the end of the video. Again, if you are coming from her channel, I want to welcome you and thank you for stopping by. Hit the subscribe button and the like if you like this video. I have to say before we go further, when you guys subscribe, you are definitely helping our channel grow, and I have to thank you guys for those who have subscribed and have stayed, and those that are coming. And so, welcome, and let's get started. So what I like about our homeschooling routine is that I am able to incorporate Bible study with my kids. And so we sit down every morning. We typically start our day about 8 o'clock. 8:30 the very latest, depending on how tired mommy is or how much of a struggle that the children give me when they get up, or how quick the coffee maker will make my will brew my coffee. But we always start with our Bible study, and the kids get involved. They both have their Bibles out, and so the book that we read from, it is a everyday Monday through Friday read along. So it's called Foundations for Children, or Foundations for Kids, a 260-day Bible reading plan for kids. And the authors are Robby and Candy Gallaty. I want to say that that's the right pronunciation. But this book I found at Lifeway Christian Bookstore. Just went in and asked, I need something to incorporate in our day, something for the children so they can get involved in. And so the gentleman at the store was so kind to point this book out, which has been a huge thing. It's been spot on, quite honestly. Every time a struggle, anything that we've dealt with, we've been able to relate it with the teachings of the book, and the kids love it. There's very much involvement. Sometimes we'll do a picture or draw something or write something, but a lot of the times it's discussion based, because it's 2 kids with 1 book and not a lot of space for them to write in. So I've turned it into a discussion base, and so they'll sit down and tell me their thoughts, their experiences, and what they think God is doing in their lives. And so again, I will leave the name and the author in the description box below if you're interested in this, and I highly recommend it. I'm excited about this book. We do it every single morning, well, Monday through Friday, and then I'm excited about the next level and where this book is going, or what the next book is going to be. So I'm not sure if I mentioned, but I do have three children, and the only ones that are homeschooled are my two younger ones. My oldest is 17 and in his last year of high school, and is very involved in the school, so I didn't want to make too much of a change for him. My middle son, who is 13, and I have a little one who is 9, soon to be 10. And so those are the ones that we've decided to homeschool, so that we're able to, for a number of reasons. One, travel a little bit more to go and see Daddy-O, because Daddy-O does work in a different town, and two, where they can kind of just reignite their fire for education, because I started to see some drag in that area, and it was kind of disheartening. So I wanted them to fall back in love with education, fall back in love with reading, and fall back in love with interaction, and just wanting to grow, and so and grow their minds. And so I've seen a huge difference thus far, since we're 5 or 6 weeks into the school year. But now we're sitting down going through our planners, and this is not necessarily planners, our notebooks. This is what I do. So my part exactly in homeschooling them with Florida Virtual is a lot of it, I would have to say 75% of it is admin, which is a strength of mine, because I've worked in admin, and they are extremely organized. Many of the boys are organized, because I just can't seem to function without organization. And so everything is, highlighted, marked off, checked off, double check, triple check, and you guys will see that later. But this is kind of what Liam does. A lot of the work that he does is independent. I will set out his schedule for the week, and then he will look at his calendar and check off the assignments as he goes along. And so I believe he's in science, and so he's actually enjoyed science a lot. The videos do provide audio, so he can either read the passage or have the passage read to him. And whenever he's got questions, he does ask. I do come over, I do assist, but a lot of it is independent work. Depending on the day and their workload, I typically have the boys in separate rooms so that they are a little bit more focused, but they do still get distracted at times, and so we've had to take, we would take breaks throughout the day to get the wiggles out, and so Liam typically stays downstairs and works on the laptop, and then Cameron is upstairs on my computer working on his assignments. And so this is some of his work that he is on, or that he is doing. But then there are days where we will just kind of work together in the same room, and they always like to want to work in my bedroom. And so, which is fine with me, because then I can get laundry done and folded, and and clean up a little bit in the bedroom. And so, but yeah, so typically we do it in separate rooms. I would like it in the classroom. Because we, because we organized it to be available for that. But, just like how you purchase a bed for your kids, but they always want to sleep in your bed. So yeah, that's kind of what our classroom has become. It's just the store, the place to storage everything for all the school stuff. So here I am checking some of Cameron's work to make sure that he completed everything that was on his schedule for the day, and marking to make sure that there isn't anything that needs to get redone. One of the things that Florida Virtual Flex provides, is you are able to redo an assignment up to 3 times. And if you need more work and more assistance on that, you are able to email and communicate with the teacher of that subject, and she will have a phone discussion with you, ask what's going on, and then reset it again. So you can get it reset a 4th or 5th time if need be, depending on the amount of assistance you may need. So here's a really quick kind of a step through of how the kids get into the system, into Florida Virtual. I thought I would add this in so you guys can see how pretty simple it is. So this is under the parent guide. It is very easy. You are able to, if you have multiple children, you're able to select the different child that you're wanting to check on, meaning going through their grades, submitting assignments, and so on. And so I like how it's just one login for both kids instead of having multiple logins for different children. And then you're able to go back out to the dashboard and then select the second child or the third child, or however many children you have that are through this program. But again, I found this program to be very simple, very easy. At first I was very intimidated about it because I am not techie. I don't do well with technology, believe it or not. But this has been extremely easy and very simple. The teachers have been extremely kind and very patient. The other thing that I do like is that each teacher, whenever they have a lesson or a conference with the child, they include you as the parent. So I do enjoy that I'm involved in every single discussion. And so here I'm actually checking on Liam's folder, making sure his assignments are done for the day. I was using a different type of planner for their schooling, but I just found it to be one too many things. And so I know during this process I was told that I was going to change a few things a couple of times, or a few times, until I get a system that works best for me. And I think I found it with the calendaring. Again, a lot of my job with Florida Virtual is not only making sure that they stay on task, me and the children, but 75% of my work is admin. So I have to make sure that they stay on task. They do the assignments that they need to. I plan out their week. Our kids only do school Monday through Thursday, and then they have Fridays off. I've given them that day so that I can take that day to run errands, do my grocery shopping, whatever I need to do to take a day of relaxation. My mother-in-law takes the kids on Fridays, and then I get them, she takes them on Thursdays, and I get them back on Friday evenings in time for my oldest son's football game. And then we have their football game on Saturdays, and then Sunday's church, and then relaxation, and we start the schedule all back over again. So this has just been so much easier for me to do it this way. They know what they have to do. They check it every time they finish the day. We sit down, make sure all the assignments are submitted, make sure everything's checked off. Then we discuss if they didn't do well, and then we plan out a week, which we will be doing actually this coming up week, of a week of just redos. And so they are actually about a week and a half to 2 weeks ahead of schedule in their school, because I've wanted to make sure that if we needed time off, we could. And so that's the other blessing about this, is that we are able to, manage our own schedule as any other homeschooler or homeschooling program. But we are going to take some extra time off coming up soon, and so I wanted to make sure that they stay on task and are ahead of the game and are not behind. wonder, what does a typical day of a Florida Virtual Flex family is all about? So our actual school day, as I mentioned earlier in the video, we typically start our day at about 8 o'clock or 8:30 at the very latest. But that first hour is based on our foundations program. As I said, we do our Bible study first, give praise and thanks God and give Him the glory for waking us and learning of His Word, and then we go straight into the core subjects of school. And so here's the great thing about Florida Virtual Flex is that we, as what I found to be the same in traditional homeschooling, is all you necessarily need to worry about is the core classes, and everything else is just a bonus, a plus. And so we do our foundations, which is our Bible study. Then we go into then they go into their math, they go into their history, then they have language arts, and then they have science, and then they have a fifth class, which is their extracurricular, which for Liam is Spanish and for Cameron is keyboarding. And so those are the main things that they typically do every single day. So they do one assignment per day, per class. And so if we start our day at 8 o'clock, as we normally do, and they do everything as they do, or everything as I mentioned, all their core classes plus their extra, they are done by 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock at the very latest. And that's with breaks throughout the day. A lot of times the kids can get done with an assignment quicker or faster than, done shorter than an hour, instead of using, because I schedule out an entire hour per subject in case they need more time. But they know between 8 and 2, it's school time. With, a few breaks here and there, get the wiggles out, walk around, take Penny out for a walk, stretch her legs, get some TV time, come back, let's talk, let's mingle, help me with something, and then they go back to it. But a lot of times they are typically done by 1:30 the very latest, unless it's a heavy school day, because we're trying to catch up or make up or have a discussion-based assignment with the teacher in addition to their additional assignments for the day, or if they have to study for an exam. So it varies, but that is a Monday through Friday, and that's typically it. That is their school. We have yet to do anything with field trips, as we're still new in the year. They do have a couple that are scheduled out. One for St. Augustine, which I think we may do. And what I like about this is that we can bring the entire family. So I don't have to, as when they were in regular school, traditional school, I would have to arrange someone to pick up one or the other because I was helping or volunteering and all this other stuff. So this time we could all go and learn about and learn together as a family. And so I'm, pretty excited about that. And so yeah, that's kind of what we do in a day. So now we're at the end of the video, and I wanted to jump back on and say thank you for watching and watching all the way to the end. Again, this is in collaboration with another homeschool mommy, another YouTube mommy, Tammy, and her family is absolutely sweet. As I mentioned before, she's four babies, but she only homeschools 3 of them, where I have 3 babies and I only homeschool 2 of them. And so to see the traditional homeschooling versus the Florida Virtual Flex homeschooling. And there are two different programs. The Florida Virtual Flex is based off of flexibility, and they are not recommended at the end of the school year to do any of the testing, like the Common Core, any benchmark testing throughout the school year. They still do exams, still do lessons and tests and quizzes through their classes, but they don't have to do the huge test or Common Core classes or exams, I apologize, at the end of the school year that determines if they fail or not, if they can get promoted to the next level, which I highly enjoy because not everyone's a good test taker. I just wanted to show you what it was like, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please hit like and subscribe. Your subscription to our channel only helps our channel grow, and I love to see new subscribers, and so please like, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Much love. God bless.